We're here to simplify tech in the language that you understand, and we want you to walk away having some fun tonight and hopefully learning something, all right? So we'll be live in 1 minute and 5 seconds. And come on, let's bring it. You know what? Let me go ahead and start recording this show so we don't have no issues. And there we go. We are good. Into trading, what's up? Revis, I see you beat me to the show. Say what? Man. What up, Revis? Where you at, man?
Oh, I'm in the South.
You're in the South. All right. We got a word of the day. It's called nepotism. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be ready for it later on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to offer. And we also got a guest today. That's right. We got a guest. And he's going to tell us all about what he's doing with Viccci Protocol. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Oh, don't forget, put in the city and your state of where you're watching from, all right? City and state from where you're watching. I'll see you on the other side. Y'all ready? Let's go. My sound effects. Where they at? Where they at? Yeah, there we go. We are live. What's up? Please put in the city and the state of where you're watching from. We definitely would love to see where you're tapping in. My name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy, and we're here to simplify tech in a language that you understand. That's right. And hopefully tonight you will walk away learning some new things of what's going on in the tech community. And hopefully you walk away just saying, hey, you know what? I need to know about this, and I need to embrace myself for this technology. Without further ado, I got a guest that's here to talk about his product, but he's going to also talk tech news with us. And he said that, Tallboy, I would love to share with your audience what we're doing. And he basically is from New York. He's a software developer. He's the co-founder of Viccci Protocol. And basically, it's a software development company. He has a product called Augmentique, and which specializes in our augmented reality. He's going to tell us what augmented reality is. He's going to break it all down. He's going to just say, hey, this is what it is. This is what his technology is doing. And maybe you might be interested, or maybe you know someone that might be interested in what all of that is. And he said he's a guitarist, but he has no plans of going on tour anytime soon. But he he also likes martial arts as well. So without further ado, y'all go ahead and welcome the family. Is he here? Is he here? I don't know. Rob, are you there? Uh-oh. Do we have issues? Okay, I don't know what happened. Rob, are you here? Uh-oh.
They say your mic is cutting in and out, too.
My mic is cutting in and out? Okay.
Just saying in the comments.
All right, well, we got regular audio. I'm waiting on Rob to come back into the show. I'm not sure why my mic is cutting out. Is it better now? Let's see. Rob, where you at? Please tell me you're still here. But we're going to go ahead and keep on going. And if I have to do another introduction for the brother, I will. Not sure why his internet connection is off, but we're going to just figure this part out. All right, let's see. Where's everybody tapping in from? Put in your city and state. Where do we have? We got Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I see Deborah from, let's see, Aurora, Colorado. I see you, Colorado, checking in. What's up? She was just in Atlanta last week. Rodell said, I'm going in and out. What's up, Rodell? Long time. Rodell in the ATL, for the ones who do not know, he is a local radio legend here in the Atlanta area. So I definitely thank him for showing himself here and welcoming us to the show. He said he's in Hampton, Georgia. Let me see what else. We got Bali, Indonesia. That's right. Bali is in the building. Sammy Superstar's here. We got, who else is here? We got Richard Sarkaskian. I think I said that right. What's going on, Richard? Hope all is well. Let me see. Okay, there he is. He's back. Don't know what happened with my man Rob, but once again, real briefly, software engineer or software developer. He's a co-founder of Viccci Protocol, which is a software development company. He has a product called Augmentique, which specializes in augmented reality. And once again, like I said, he is a guitarist, but he said he has no intentions of going on tour anytime soon. And he also likes martial arts. Without further ado, what's going on? What's going on, Mr. Rob Lawrence, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Hopefully I introduced you properly, brother. Hopefully I introduced you properly. Did I do it right?
Yeah, man, I feel the love.
That's what's up. So I had to, I don't know why you were freezing over here, but Sammy Superstar is in the building. What's up? We even got EJ. He's in the building. Thank you so much for popping in real quick. Awesome Wood Things, family member of the show. He says, hey, he's tapping in from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Houston. Oh my God, is that? Oh, that's Tawny Jones. Okay, that's Tawny Jones. She's in. Okay, so I mean, this is a real interactive show, y'all. Like, you can really put your comments on the screen, and if it's deemed appropriate, we will put them up on the screen. All right. So this is how cool that we make this interactive show. All right. But we have a word of the day, man, and we have a segment, Rob, where we like to expand our vocabulary. And when we expand our vocabulary, we like to take things to another level. So stand by. Check this out. He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn. Revis, what's happening, man?
Nothing much, fam. What's going on with you?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. How was the week? Where are you rolling at?
I am in Troy, Texas.
Troy, Texas. All right. Now you got to tell me, where is Troy, Texas? Is that by Houston, San Antonio, Dallas? Where is Troy located?
I'm actually right outside of Temple, Texas.
Right. Well, where is Temple, Texas? Is that like Temple? No, that I don't know where that is, man.
Is north of Austin and south of Waco.
North of Austin, south of Waco. All right. So is this a big town? Is it a country town? Is it an urban town? Like, what kind of town are we talking about?
This is one of them pass-through towns.
Oh.
It's gonna pass right through it.
Okay, it's a pass through town. Okay, that's all you can say. That's all you can say about.
It's a lot of truck. It's a truck stop here, but it's a lot of repair facilities around here.
A lot of so if your truck breaks down. So it's not only if trucks break down, it's if tractors break down or any other heavy machinery. If that breaks down, you can come to Troy, Texas.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm with it. Well, Revis, we got a word today, and our word of the day is called nepotism. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it means and give you a sentence, and we need you to break this word down in truck driver terms. All right?
Okay.
Nepotism refers to favoritism based on kinship, and especially to the unfair practice of giving jobs and other favors to relatives. It was strongly believed that nepotism played a role in helping Jessica get the sales manager position at her cousin's store. Nepotism. Break it down, Revis.
Actually, nepotism is actually an easy word.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's anything that you favor over anything else is nepotism. We hear it a lot when you talk about politics. One side is always favoring another side, always saying that they're giving contracts to people that give them money or what have you. There's always some kind of favoritism in nepotism. There's always kind of favoritism in politics. In fact, in trucker terms, I am sitting in Troy, Texas right now because the freight market really sucks right now. And they don't have me a load. So which means that the brokers that actually broker the load, when they get a load, they give it to the people that they deal with all the time instead of giving it to someone like me.
So they
That
boxing
is
you out.
nepotism.
So they boxing you out.
Exactly.
Okay,
And they do it all the time.
So the brokers got friends that are already in the business, is what you're telling me, and they're gonna give that job to somebody else before they give it to you because you don't have no relationships with folks in the brokers department.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, ism actually means the practice of something, which means they've been practicing this for the longest. So they've been doing this nepotism for a long time.
Oh, hell no.
So what is it gonna take for you to get on the inside instead of being on the outside?
Oh, I'll never be on the inside. I'm not even on the inside with the company that I'm contracted to.
Well, I mean, you kind of dug yourself in a hole on that one, right?
Yeah, but they actually gave me a load, but it doesn't pick up until Saturday.
So you got to sit in Troy, Texas until Saturday?
No, I'm going to leave tomorrow and go down to San Antonio and hang out down there until Saturday because I'm picking up in San Antonio.
Okay, so maybe you have some nepotism because you know somebody down that way.
Yeah, maybe.
He said maybe. He said maybe. All right. Well, we got a guest. My man Rob is here. So, Rob, what did you think of how he broke this down? Nepotism. Is there a way that you would use nepotism?
Pretty much in the same way that it was described. You know, you may be working in a place for years, and then the boss's son comes out of nowhere, and then he gets a position that you've actually earned. But throughout, because he's the boss's son, that kinship, he gets that position over you. So that's just nepotism in practice right there. I feel like Reeves did a good job with it.
Okay. Well, we'd like to find out how the audience thinks Revis did. So this is where the audience gets the vote. On your phone, you get a chance to go 1, 2, 3, or 4. How did Revis do on the word of the day? He has me expanding my wordplay. 2, no, I'm still lost. 3, that was a difficult one. Or 4, I'm purely hating on him because he voted for himself. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Put in the comments, how did Revis do on the word nepotism today? We're looking for your answers, and this is in real time, guys. Revis, anything else you want to break down?
Yeah, we know how End the Trading is about to vote. We know Tom Boy has merch.
Come on, man. That's brutal. How you gonna go in on End of Trading like that, man? He's coming in from Bali, man. Like, come on.
Exactly. He's coming in from Bali. I understand that.
My man Rodell, my man Rodell says it's a sad day for Revis. So I don't know if it's a sad day because you got to sit, or if it's because he didn't understand the word of the day. I'm not sure. But right now, somebody said, "Oh, well, hit the spot." It looks like she got her hand over her face, talking about, "Oh Lord, here he go." Sammy Superstar said you did a great job. Tony Jones is saying working for my father's trucking company without any trucking experience. LOL. I think you need to get on with Tony Revis so you can get some nepotism over here, man.
Oh my, yeah, I need some favoritism somewhere.
Okay, all right, I got you. All right.
And I want other people to have favoritism too. So I want them to hit that like and subscribe button and know that Tallboy has merch.
That's right. Tallboy does have merch, and we definitely would love it if you would support the merch. If you go to shop.tallboy.us, you can get your piece of merch, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. All right? How about that? Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we get up out of here, man?
No, yeah, I want to know what Lisa Marie did with her birthday.
All right, so Lisa Maria
birthday was last week.
Lisa Maria, you did celebrate a birthday. They want to know what you did for your birthday. Please put in the comments and let us know. what you did for your birthday, and we'll put that on the screen. But right now, it looks like how did Revis do on the word of the day? It says 1, he has me expanding my wordplay. Now, Revis, people have been saying that they have been watching the show and they specifically tune into this part of the episode. So I want to give you your props on this and let you know that people really like how you are breaking the word of the day down. So let me go ahead and give you your flowers while everybody's on, okay?
Thank you. And I just voted, so I waited till everybody else voted before I did this.
Okay, Rich Vibe said that was a difficult word. All right, so it looks like you got a lot of ones. He has me expanding my wordplay. All right, so I think you got it. All right, man, we're going to go ahead and tap up out of here. And thank you so much for hanging out with us and giving us the word of the day. Is that cool?
Hey, I always look forward to it.
There's
what's up. Nepotism around here.
You said what?
There's no nepotism around here.
Okay, well, we're going to find a way to use the word nepotism in a sentence, not only in this show, but also throughout the week. I challenge you to do the same and just try to expand your vocabulary throughout the week. All right? All right, we'll talk to you a little bit later, Revis.
All right, fam. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see. Let me get that back up on the screen. There we go. So Revis had the word nepotism, and outside of that, it looks like you guys said he did a good job. Our stash stock party of the evening is Starbucks. That's right. You got 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 46 seconds to get your piece of stash stock. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to stash.com/party and own your piece of the Starbucks Corp. All right. You get $20 when you spend $20 if you use my code that's in the description. And if not, feel free to just go ahead and create an account. But every Wednesday, they have a stash stock party, and you can own a piece of stock absolutely free. You don't get a whole stock. You get a piece of incremental stock. So if you want a piece of Starbucks, here's your opportunity right here. All right, there it is. Stash stock, Starbucks. All right, here we go. A couple rules of the show before we get started. Make sure you have your adult beverage. Please let us know what you're drinking on. What are you drinking on for the evening? Let us know. I have my Minute Maid, of course. We got to find a way to get a sponsorship before the end of the year. Let me know in the comments, what are you drinking? It could be water, an adult beverage. It could be coffee. It could be beer, liquor, something hard, something strong. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you're drinking, let us know what you're drinking on. I got to ask you, Rob, what you drinking on over there, man?
I got nothing right now, but I'm going to make some coffee in a second.
You going to make some coffee in the middle of the show?
Not in the middle of the show, but after the show, you know.
Okay, I was about to have to hit you with a sound effect, man. Hey, I was about to have to hit you with one. I didn't know if you was going to be ready.
Period. Hey, man, we fasting, we clear, and we ready.
All right, that's what's up. All right, so they said, Lisa Maria said for her birthday, this is what she did for her birthday. She said, I was off for 5 whole days on my birthday. I got a manicure and a pedicure, and I stayed up late, watched a lot of TV, and ate a lot of junk food. That's what she did for her birthday. You know what? You start to appreciate those things, the simpler things in life, right? Awesome Woodthing said he has coffee. Not mad at that at all. I heard water in the comments earlier. Rodell said he had a margarita. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Rodell. Rodell said, I got my adult beverage on, man. I'm not judging you, man. Somebody said, we know who said Bud Ice. Shout out to Mama D. She said she got her Bud Ice going right now. That's her regular routine. So like I said, these comments come in real time. So that's what we do. So feel free to have your adult beverage. The links of the articles are in the description. Please share the show. Please like the show. Please tell somebody about what's going on. And if not, tell somebody tomorrow, like, hey, you need to tap into this show right here. And then outside of that, I think it's one more thing, but I can't think of whatever it is. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and jump into the show. And did you hear about this? Amazon. That's right. Amazon, we just talked about them last week about how you can just walk into the store and walk right on out. They're basically releasing that technology. But did you know that Amazon is now using your conversation with Alexa to train AI? That's right. They're using Alexa to train AI with your actual voices. I can't make this up. This is what's going on. I'm going to break it down. We're going to read it, and you let me know what you think of this. All right. They had a hardware event last week, and they revealed that the company would soon be upgrading the capabilities of its well-known voice assistant Alexa, and basically saying that the magical power of generative AI. They basically said this is what they're going to roll out. The large language model designed to be integrated into the voice assistant to make its responses more intelligent and lifelike. Now, this is no surprise that it will also be known. It will also be using an unknown amount of user conversations to train Alexa's newly emerged AI capabilities. So the only way that they can do this is if you have an Alexa in the home. All right. So if you have an Alexa in the home, they're going to be listening to your conversations. That's right. They're also saying Amazon admitted user conversations with Alexa were being used for product improvement and development. While you know that it isn't necessarily unexpected, they're saying is yet another reminder that in modern times, your data is extremely important to corporations while your privacy is more or less of an afterthought. So basically, what would you say?
That is the key right there. That is so important for people to understand. Is the data is like the most valuable thing to these companies, more precious than gold. These days. So it's an afterthought in their mind. That is phrased the perfect way.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, they give you the device at a lower price, right? They give you the device at a lower price. They tell you how cool it is, but they don't tell you all the good things and all the bad things that go with it. So it's a double-edged sword. Now they said the policy of using customer voice recordings to train the company's algorithms was not a new development. We've always believed that training Alexa with real-world requests is essential to delivering this experience. And they're also saying that Alexa was powered by a number of large language models and that those models sometimes relied on training from users' real-world conversations to grow their capabilities. They're also saying that only an extremely small fraction of user voice recordings are used in this way, but could not give hard numbers on how many. So they're saying it's just a little bit, but we're going to be using your voice. So if you're having that conversation in the home and you have an Alexa device, in a few years, AI is going to be able to know your model, know your behavior, and they're going to basically be able to sell something to you that it already knows your voice. It already knows your behaviors. It already knows what you're probably going to be doing around 8 o'clock, what you're doing at 6 o'clock when you wake up in the morning, what you say to your kids. That this is basically what they're doing. Now, it's not to say they said that the company also claimed that customers will still have access to the same robust set of tools and privacy controls that put them in control of their Alexa experience today. So technically, you could turn all of this stuff off if you want. But the problem is most people don't even know that they're doing this, and you have to literally dig deep into the settings to turn it off. But most people don't even know that this is actually happening in real time. So I just want to give you a heads up of what's actually happening. So if you have an Amazon Alexa in the home, this is probably rolling out right now, or they're probably letting it happen right now. Also, let's see, what else are they saying here? They're saying that Alexa has had a problem or has had a history of problems. So just giving you a heads up of what's been going on in the past of Alexa. They're saying Alexa has always had something of a privacy hazard, despite the company's continual claims to the contrary, that the virtual assistant is just a giant hover of user data, historically speaking. And then they're also saying that the user has limited control over where that data goes or what happens to it. Now, they're saying back in 2019, it was revealed that thousands of Amazon employees all over the world were listening to and also transcribing conversations that were had with the assistant. But they said that after the backlash, they cut all that out. And they said they're not going to allow human screeners to access the voice commands. Now, the same feature should also help users who don't want their commands to be used to train Amazon's AI algorithms. So if you want to wash your hands of the company's product development process, you can go over to the Alexa privacy settings on the web or on the mobile device, or you can simply just not use the device at all. Your thoughts on this, Rob? What are your thoughts on this?
I'm kind of on the side of not using it at all. That's just me though. It's too much to give up when it comes to convenience, because that's how they get you with the convenience of it. I read a story about a family. I think like a dad. He was in one room and his son was in another, like an infant, his infant son, and somebody somehow hacked into the Alexa and was able to speak to the baby while the father was in the other room, and they were able to monitor as well through the Ring camera, through the Alexa. So these things are, it's really up to you. They take your data and they serve you convenience, but it's a double-edged sword that you have to choose to deal with yourself, and I choose not to deal with it because these are things I'm not willing to give up at this point. But as we go further into the future, it's just a everyday part of life.
Now that's a fair statement, man. Let me see. I'd rather not use Alexa at all, says Rodell. I'm not mad at you. I do not have these devices in my home. As much as I love tech, I think that that's just too much tech that's out there. It's not something that I want in my home. It's bad enough that I already have my phone already listening to what I'm doing. But at the same token, I think that that's just too much for me to allow Big Brother to have too much control, if that makes any sense. It's just too much for me. Let me see what are some of the other comments are saying. What else are they listening to? Says Revis. Yeah, that's a good. Go ahead.
They were telling you that they've been listening for a long time. It's not just now that they're starting. They've been saying they're listening for a long time now. They just telling you that the system is getting an upgrade pretty much, through these large language models like ChatGPT. So they're just adding an upgrade and another feature to what's already existing.
Right. Awesome Wood Thing says, yes, to me, this isn't unexpected. So it's like he kind of already expects this to already take place. This is... Sure, don't believe that for a minute. No Alexa for me. Okay. And then also they're saying absolutely they are not going to admit their flaws. They just want to be all up in our stuff. That's what Lisa Maria says. I agree with you. I think that they're saying that they're training AI, right? That they're training it. But at the same token, I think it comes with more to it than what they're willing to share with us. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. There's no privacy with Alexa, says Rodell. And he said Shirley says that's terrible because I like Alexa. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking Alexa. Just know that they're using your voice and they're listening to your conversations. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody with using Alexa. You can actually go into the settings and turn it off, go into the privacy settings, or you can just get rid of Alexa altogether if you just don't trust it, like the way myself and Rob says we don't trust the software, right? Like you can literally do that. So I got a question for you. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the idea Amazon is using your voice to train AI? 1, yes, it will make it better. 2, hell no. I don't know what I was buying. 3, I'm not mad. It's in the fine print. 4, I don't have an Alexa and won't be purchasing one either. 5, I need to purchase one now. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know in the comments what you actually think of Alexa using training, Amazon using Alexa to train the voice or listening to your conversations. Let me know in the comments. Definitely would like to know your thoughts when it comes to this. Okay. Now, Rob, what I wanted to ask you is, I mean, you already said that this is something that you're not going to have in your home. So, I mean, I guess my thing was how long or how early did you catch on to something like this?
It's been a few years now, pre-pandemic. You just hear these stories every once in a while about Alexa breaching some type of security when it comes, and it's different levels to it too, because you can buy Alexa straight out the box and use it, but Alexa was designed to be a IoT device, so a lot of people actually connect their house and their appliances to Alexa, and they control it through Alexa. You know, Alexa, turn on my TV. Alexa, turn on my my computer, and you give control to this AI that's listening to you at all times. You know, kind of giving it the power to mess your life up. Or if somebody was to come in with the skill set of a hacker, they could just they could do all types of things to your life, because all the information is stored in this device, and it's listening to you all the time, and it's learning.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just one of those things that you just have to be cognizant. And I know that they tell you all the good things of what Alexa does for you, but at the same token, for every good, there's always some form of bad, and we just have to be mindful of what the bad is before we just go for the good. And in any commercial that they promote out there, they're never going to tell you, oh, this has cancer or this will allow you to die or we're listening to your conversations. They're never going to tell you that in the commercial. They're going to tell you all the good stuff, but they're not going to tell you any of the bad stuff. So keep that in mind in anything that you purchase, especially when it comes to tech products. I mean, it's a blessing, but it's also a curse. All right, the way our poll is looking, like majority of the people are saying 4. I don't have an Alexa and won't be purchasing one either. And then 17% is saying yes, it would make it better, and the other one is saying hell no, I ain't know what I was buying. So, this is where we're at. This is the technology, and I just want you to be aware of what's going on. Does it listen even if you don't comment or if you don't command the word Alexa first? Oh, it's forever listening. So just giving you a heads up, this software is forever listening to you. I just want you to know that, Shirley. So, because it's waiting for you to say the word Alexa. And if you say it, then it's going to fire off. So I didn't know if you knew that or not, but this software is forever listening to you. Jana says, hold up, I just unplugged Alexa. I ain't doing this. Now you can always go into the settings and you turn it off. But I mean, I'm just letting you know what's going on. I just want you to know that this is actually out here. You need to know what you're paying for, what you have in your house. I've never been a big fan of, and I know it's cool because you can say, hey, Alexa, play my favorite song. Hey, what is the weather like today? Set a reminder for A, B, C, and D. I know you can do all of those good things, but everything ain't always good. Just want you to know that, okay?
It's the convenience that gets you, man, because you might think it's strange that you're in your kitchen talking about your favorite snack, and by the time you get to your living room and sit down and look at your phone, you're being advertised that same snack you just spoke about. There's no coincidence because your phone.
I never even looked at it. Look, I never even thought of it like that. I never thought of it like that. This is where we're at. All right, there it is one more time. This is what the poll is saying. 4, I don't have an Alexa and won't be purchasing one either. All right, well, speaking of that, and we're not going to talk too much about this next article, but let me see. But I definitely want to share with you that Spotify, if you are a fan of Spotify is doing some technology as well when it comes to AI. And what I mean by that is they're saying that you can use AI to clone and translate the podcaster's voice. I'm just letting you know that this is what it is.
Period.
This is what it's saying. Spotify has unveiled a remarkable new feature powered by AI that translates a podcast into multiple languages using the same voices those in the show. It's been made possible partly by OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, which is for their voice generation technology that needs only a few seconds of listening to replicate a voice. Spotify also said that the feature makes a more authentic listening experience that sounds more personal and natural than traditional dubbing. A podcast episode originally recorded in English can now be available in other languages while keeping the speaker's distinctive speech and characteristics. So this is cool if you have an actual show, right? This is cool, but the question is this good for you? And that's the part. So they're saying starting today, Spotify is making available voice translated episodes from select creators with shows translated from English to Spanish. In the coming days, French and German episodes will also be available right there in the fine print. So you can go to Spotify and you can go to the voice translation hub in Spotify's app to view all of the translated shows that are currently available, with the new shows arriving in weeks and months to come. Now, they're saying Spotify has over 100 million people regularly listen to the podcast on its platform. And now that this new AI-powered voice translation is offering could notch up millions of more listeners for shows that suddenly find themselves with a new market. So if you want to reach out to another country, this might be beneficial because now you can say, hey, I can reach somebody that's now speaking Spanish, and now it translates for them. It translates in German or French. Your thoughts on this, Rob?
Man, I wanted to know your thoughts on this, man, because this would affect you personally. So I was gonna give you the floor first.
The way I look at it, I'm torn because last year I had a chance to link up with a company at NAB, right? And they were telling me about this technology. I cannot think of the name of the company off the top of my head. And I was like, hold up, I can expand my footprint? I don't speak a foreign language. Yeah, I'm down for this. And then now I don't have to pay anybody to utilize this service or to translate for me. So I was all for it. I was gung-ho for it. And I had even told the company, like, hey, you can use my voice. I'm all for it. But now that I've seen AI be what it is now, I'm sitting there like, okay, as long as it's my voice, as long as I'm getting paid for my voice, I don't have a problem. As long as I'm expanding my footprint and it's me and my podcast, yes. But if you're making money off of my podcast by using the cloning voices, I now have a problem with that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. With your likeness and perpetuity when it comes to the AI thing. Quickly.
Right. So that's what I think. You?
If somebody like Prince was around, during this time, I wonder what he would have said about something like this. He was famous for saying, "Use the computers and don't let the computers use you."
Right.
But
you got to make it work for you, though.
Yeah, man. We're getting into scary territory right now. This reminds me of a Black Mirror episode that came out not too long ago. And then following the Black Mirror episode, an article came out, like a real article about AI using your likeness to be an extra in movies. So basically, you won't need to continuously show up to a set to be an extra in a movie. AI can take your likeness, and now and I think they would also own your likeness to add it into their movies. So this is similar to what's going on with the voice recognition, where they would use your likeness and your voice to create the content. But we get back to the data privacy part about it. Do you own it? Because this is your voice. This is something that this is something that only you have. But do you own it now that the software can copy it?
Now here's the thing. the writers' strike with the actors. This is what they're fighting for.
Yep.
So
Most
now
people don't know that.
this is one of the things that they're fighting for, because they can now, we're speaking for the writer's strike for Hollywood. We're not speaking for podcasters. The writer's strike is saying you could go in, and this is why the actors, part of the reason of why the actors are saying no, we're striking, because they know that you can hire me for one day, you can use my voice, I get paid a day rate of, let's just say, $15 an hour, use my voice, get a couple seconds of my voice, and you never have to use me ever again.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
then
much.
now I've been iced out. I'll never make money. And you and the companies and the television studios, they own your voice in perpetuity. So that means forever. Now with podcasts, as long as I'm owning the content and I can use it for a different language and I'm making money off of it, I have no problem with that. But if I'm giving you my content, or I'm using my voice and then I'm using this language model and it's translating or cloning my voice, I now have a problem with that if I'm not getting a cut if I'm using a different language, because that's your service. That's the way I
we're
look at it.
we're like in a whole new it's like a whole new world where new rules have to be made based on what's going
Correct.
on right now, because we've never been in this situation before. So for situations like this where AI can come in and take your likeness in perpetuity, we're gonna need some type of laws to protect creators and people alike.
Shirley says, I'm done. Too much technology is a curse, biblical. Yet, what can a person do? We need technology like the air we breathe. Yeah. Some of this stuff is crazy. I mean, some of this stuff is scary. It reminds me of episodes from the $6 Million Man series, says Deborah. All right. Let's see. And then also, maybe it can be used to blackmail. I don't know. This is.
Man, we can go on for hours with that one, man. There's so much different possibilities and possible vulnerabilities that come with this technology, but we're gonna find out because it's here to stay. Coincidentally, the guy who is behind OpenAI has a solution for the problem that is going to occur, which is AI coming in and taking up jobs, and the solution will be universal basic income. But we can get into that at a different time. But
right. I got you. All right. So let me know in the comments your thoughts. What do you think of this? What do you think of Spotify cloning voices? 1, I believe it's an opportunity for a show to expand. 2, how much is this going to cost me? Because remember, they never talked about pricing. 3, we need some regulation behind this technology fast. 4, if the podcasters or creators are fine with it, so am I. Or 5, it's not much we can do. It's here to stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Spotify cloning voices? Yeah, that's rough right there, man. I think we're in a situation where if we don't get some type of regulation behind this today, if you were on my Facebook page or if you were on my Instagram page, I literally used an AI voice today. If you're on my personal Facebook page, or if you're on the Lab Tech Show or the I Am Tallboy Instagram page, I literally used a service where I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to literally write a Facebook post. That's right, write a Facebook post, and it literally converted what I said about joining the Lab Tech Show tonight, and then it converted into something that I wanted. I liked what it said. I put it into an AI voice machine learning software, and it literally outputted for us. All right, so that's what it did for me. I will see if I can play that before the end of the show. I have to find it, but if you go to my Facebook or go to my Instagram page, you will hear that voice. It was not me. It was an AI generated voice, and it sounded real. That's all I can say.
that's super cool, man.
So it's a blessing and it's also a curse. All right, so this is what the comments say right here. What do they think of AI voice cloning? You guys said we need some regulation behind this technology fast, and there's not much we can do. It's here to stay. All right, there it is. All right, guys, we're at the middle part of the show. What they say. Hey, everybody, it's the Lab Tech Show. Join us, the Lab Tech Show. Hit that like, subscribe, and that bell, because when we go live every Wednesday, I want you to be a part of it, all right? The Lab Tech Show. Come on now, will you tell somebody what's going on? Come on, this is an interactive show. You can post your comments, you can be live, you can have your adult beverage, and you can learn something cool every single week. The Lab Tech Show. Come on now, clap. I know y'all hear that beat. Come on. Clap. Come on. Now y'all about to start bobbing y'all's head now. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the show. The Lab Tech Show. Come on. All right. So we're at the halfway part and I got you here, Rob, and I want you to go ahead and tell us a little bit about your company called Viccci Protocol. It's a software development company, and you're going to tell us some of this cool technology. So as a brief recap, I met Rob at InvestFest. I told you guys I went out to this Earn Your Leisure conference. I walked the floors, and there were only 3 tech companies there, and Rob was with his company, and he had a solid product that I think can change the small business community, or it can change businesses and just add an added bonus when it comes to augmented reality. So Rob is going to break it down, tell you all about it. And without further ado, man, I'm turning it over to you. Tell them all about Augmentique.
Okay, so Viccci Protocol. So first of all, I'm Robert Lawrence. Nice to meet you guys. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a self-taught developer, web design, game development, blockchain development, pretty much a jack of all trades. So Viccci Protocol is a software company, and we specialize in extended reality. So if you guys don't know what extended reality is, it is a umbrella term for virtual reality and augmented reality, right? So our main product, Augmentique, it uses augmented reality to showcase marketing experiences, educational experiences, entertainment, gaming. You can use it for navigation, retail, shopping. Sky's the limit when it comes to augmented reality. Because the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality, one of the main differences is that you don't really need any special components for it. The only thing you really need is your smartphone, because since 2012, the technology has been built into the phones. And when it comes to virtual reality, you need special components like this thing right here. So so we're gonna dive into the app real quick. So if you can run the video for me real quick, Top Boy. Okay, so this is just a small presentation of what the app can do. So, using augmented reality, we have digital assets overlaid in the physical world. So some of the features include image tracking. We use image tracking to showcase products inside of our magazine. So we have a regular magazine, but inside of the app, using augmented reality, we're able to overlay content on top of the physical content. So we have full page advertisements inside of the magazine where people have taken out ad spaces, but using the augmented reality, they're able to overlay more content than will be available inside of a regular magazine. So the app provides a more immersive experience when it comes to advertising and marketing. You can, it's fully immersive to where you can interact with the content in so many different ways. If you have a clothing company, you can overlay your actual website onto the image and show your actual product in 3D. So maybe you sell shoes. You can actually scan the image and maybe a 3D representation of your product will pop up over your advertisement. Or maybe, you edit videos, your whole service can pop up over your advertisement space. So that's what how we've been using the advertisement inside of the magazine. But augmented reality allows us to do all of these different things. And going further into the future, we will start to see it more and more a part of our lives and every day. Companies like Mercedes-Benz have been using it as a part of their heads-up display. They use it for their navigation. So when you're driving, you see an augmented set of arrows that show you where you're going, sort of like how Google Maps shows you, but actually on your dashboard, your windshield, let's just say. Companies like IKEA use it to showcase their furniture. Maybe you have a room that you're not really sure if it can fit a certain piece of furniture, but this technology allows you to actually bring in a 3D representation of, let's say, a sofa or a cabinet, and put it inside of your room and show you the dimensions of it and where it can fit and how the lighting would look and all these different things. So it can work in a lot of different areas, such as retail, shopping, education, sports, entertainment, and the sky's the limit. So with our technology, we're just here to showcase businesses and help them reach different heights and different levels of engagement from their customers.
All right, so do you want me to show? You want to show them the magazine, or that you showed me at InvestFest, or do you want to show this other presentation that you have that's over here? I don't know
I
how
can show
you.
them. Let's try to get the lighting right. Got a lot of holographic stuff going on with the transparent display, so I'm gonna need a little dark background. So hopefully, let me just share my screen.
So this is all in a magazine. Is this correct? So you have a magazine that will allow, and this is for small businesses, to where they can have, like, let's just say they're at a restaurant, they can use a QR code, or maybe they could have they're selling furniture or something of that nature, to where they're literally want to show you more than what a picture could show you. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So all you would need to do is download the app. The app is going to be released on iOS and Android, and then shortly after, it will be released on the web, so everybody will have access to it. But can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can see you talking in the phone. Yeah.
So let me just try to back up a little bit. So this is how the magazine would look when you look at it through the app. As you can see, you see the regular physical copy of the magazine, but then above it and to the sides and below it, you see the 3D content. So that is the front of the magazine. If you look to let me actually just turn off my simulator. There we go. Full screen.
So in the magazine, so let's just say someone had a magazine, and then they want to show you not only a video, but they can actually show you a process of them cooking food. They're showing you a process of a video, but then they also want to show you their stats of their company profile. They can do all of that, but it's regular. It's a regular magazine, but then once they download the app, it will take the app will take the magazine and show you another level of technology. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So anything you pretty much want to showcase with your ad space is possible. So right here in the back of the magazine, we actually have a full presentation to explain to you how that technology works. So this shows, my extended team. We have some of them in the chat as well. EJ and TJ, they're in the chat. So we have that going on in the front. We have another video going on, as well as our business card. I'm sorry, I'm in the dark, so it's kind of hard to track. But we have a business card, as well as our pitch deck to the left. And then inside, with the full page advertisements, you would have that fully immersive content. So we have one person who sells desserts and confectionaries. But when you look at her advertisement, you see her menu pop up and all of her treats as well. So this helps companies, really showcase what they got going on in a more immersive way. Because as you can see, with a magazine, the picture is, what you see is what you get. But with our application, you're able to get more than what you would get with a regular advertisement. But yeah,
So,
you get video.
with these desserts, right? Can you show the process of how they're actually making the desserts as well, or is it just only just 3D images? Because it's like if you go to a restaurant, you only see pictures. You only see pictures of the actual food, but now do you get a chance to actually see if she created short videos or long form videos?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely,
they can actually
absolutely.
show you the process. So, like, use now. Would this only work in a magazine, or can you use this with a QR code, or is there any other technology that you can use?
It can be used in a magazine. It can be used in a QR code. Pretty much anything with an image. It's tracking the image. Yeah, it can be used for anything. You sell records. We can. I don't know who really sells records anymore, but people do collect records. Um, but we
So,
can.
if Drake dropped an album tomorrow, right? If Drake dropped an album tomorrow, and he said it, he wants you to buy his physical copy of his album, then you can literally get a full immersive experience of Drake, with his process of him being in the studio, him doing an in store with whatever videos that he wants to release, but then he can also have the lyrics pop up on the actual album cover. Is that like a good explanation of what I'm explaining?
Yeah, absolutely, and it gets even crazier than that because the sky's the limit. It's limited to how creative you can get with the process.
Okay. So what about somebody that's in the healthcare profession or that might do? I'm trying to think what Shirley does for a living, and it's on the tip of my tongue. She she does CPR. So let's just say she had a QR code and said, "Hey, these are uh, new strategies or techniques to do CPR," and she has a QR code, and she can say, "Sign up for my class." And this is what you will learn. And she could have she can have videos that will show you, you will learn how to breathe first, or pinch their nose second, pump their stomach third. And then there could be videos inside of this QR code, is what you're telling me?
Absolutely. She can have fully immersive classes where somebody would scan the QR code and it would show them the actual circulatory system of a person's body and show them the whole inner workings of it. And so they can really get more immersed into it and understand all of the workings about what's going on, from start to finish.
Okay.
She
Shirley's
can
saying
be
this
there.
is a very unique marketing concept, but she's also saying, how is the magazine sold? Is this through a subscription, or is this your magazine, but then she can have a magazine as well?
Well, this is our magazine and we are selling it through our well, I have to add the link to the website. I'm sorry. So starting the weekend, we're gonna have it live on our website, vici.xyz. And you can buy it through our website. We will have a subscription service coming up. We're working on our second edition for the fall. So we are taking in different ad spaces starting I believe Sunday we will start taking in different ad spaces. EJ, let me
Okay.
know if I'm correct with that.
So
We have
EJ is
EJ.
in the so EJ is in the comments. So EJ, feel free to let the audience know what's going on in the comments. And it's Vici. That's VICCCI.XYZ. Am I saying that correct?
Yes, sir.
So Vici with three C's .xyz. So instead of .com is .xyz. What else can this technology do? Like, how long can the videos be? Are there images? Are there any other cool things that this magazine or that Augmentique can do as far as software based?
So we're gonna expand to games as something new and immersive to do. We're gonna expand into clothing as well, so stay tuned. Fully immersive clothing where you know your regular clothing is what you see is what you get, but when you use the augmented reality content, depending on what you get, it's going to be thank you. Depending on what you get is going to be special tailored to the design when it comes to augmented reality portion about it. But it can work in a multitude of ways for different businesses depending on what you do. Um, Not only with the image tracking, it can track objects. It can track physical positions. So you can have experiences depending on where you are in the physical world. Games like Pokemon Go, have been using that.
Okay. So if you've ever played the game Pokemon Go, that's where you're walking in reality. And I don't know if it's on this slide or not, if it's in this presentation here or not, but
Somewhere in
um,
there.
he said it's somewhere in there. So you'll actually see where they're actually walking in real life, but then you'll see a Pokemon character literally show up on the screen. And so this is like if you wanted to see if a piece of furniture would fit inside of your place of business or in your home. So this is kind of some of the technology of what augmented reality can do for you. I'm gonna let you. This is your baby. I'm just here. I was just so impressed with what I saw. Um, I I just want you to tell us more about it.
Yeah, man. So it's not really anything new as you see on the screen. Iron Man, and I think Iron Man came out in 2008, I want to say. So, I like to say science fiction becomes science fact. So we saw it in the movies, and now it's become a part of our life now. As you can see on the screen, IKEA has been using it for a while to showcase some of their products. But AR, it can be experienced through your smartphone as opposed to virtual reality, where you need to buy other components. When this
Like
hat
the
came out, I
headset.
think I bought it. Yeah, like the headset. And this came out, I think I bought it for $300 to $500, and the same for my phone, but I've had it for way longer. And everything that I would need for augmented reality experiences are built directly into the phone. So certain things like navigation and wayfinding are possible. Like I had told you with Mercedes Benz, they're using it inside of their cars, where it's built into
The
the
dashboard.
actual window.
Yeah. Oh, in
Yeah,
the window. Okay.
yeah, the actual window they're using it for. So you know, so many different ways it can be used. We can move into the next one. Um,
So if you've ever seen the example of using Google Maps, that was the example there. No different from probably, well, this is the one like similar to like a car or even at work or something like that, correct?
yeah, so it can be used for training and education. Like if you were to think of, let's say open heart surgery, for example, maybe like in the 80s, you would need an actual heart to operate on, but with um, augmented reality and virtual reality technology, you can just use a digital version, and you wouldn't need to, get a new one every time. It cuts the cost
Gotcha.
when it comes to.
And then here you can have your furniture, so you can just say, here's the space that you want. Now, how is the lighting? So you have to have good lighting for this to work, or does this work just out in daylight? Like, how does this work with as far as when you're trying to utilize this technology?
I'm glad you said that, because it works in most cases when it comes to artificial lighting. It works properly in like outside, whereas virtual reality headsets will be damaged um with sunlight when it comes to all of the cameras and sensors. But augmented reality, it functions in most environments.
You got a
So as
question
you can
here
see
from
here,
you got a question here from Shirley. She's saying, "I'm not understanding. How would my potential customers get access to the magazine so that they would see the advertisement?"
so the application will be available on mobile, and then it will be released on the web. So you would have to download the application and then get the magazine. The
So they would
application is free.
so they would have to download the app on their phone, and then they would have to
Yes,
purchase the magazine, is what you're saying.
yes,
So so basically, Shirley, if you believed in this technology, you wanted this technology to work for you, or if any business wanted to use this technology, you could run an ad, and he's selling these magazines, and they have their distributors or their distribution places of where you can purchase the magazine. So if someone sees it and they say, "Hey, I want to," they see your advertisement in CPR services, or Rodell that's in podcasting or radio broadcasting, he can show his actual services of him actually being in radio. He can literally show you what his interactive experience of being in the studio is like. Or Shirley, you can show what it is that you do when it comes to doing CPR, the people who purchase that magazine, they can download the app, and then now they can see a more intensive experience of what you're doing, and then now they can have a clear understanding of what the process is all about. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you had asked me before about like the video length.
Uh-huh.
I think we have a video that is actually about 8 minutes. That's a part of the magazine.
Okay.
So there really isn't any. Well, I mean there are limits, but you know you have a lot of opportunity as opposed to limitations.
Got you. So where would you like to say you guys are in the developmental stages of Augmentique? What would you like to say where you are? You guys in the beginning stages, your middle stages, you're like ready to release? Like where are you guys at?
Well, we're close to release, so we're in beta right now. I'm the lead developer and at the moment the only developer on the project.
Mm-hmm.
So being that I'm the only developer, I'm taking my time to make sure that everything is built right. Everybody gets what they want inside of the app, and you know it's a seamless experience for everybody. And also there's also a process of going through Apple and Android to push to their stores as well.
Got you. Now, how does this compare to the Vision Pro with Apple? Because they're about to come out with something as well. How does this compare?
So the Vision Pro was something that was a long time coming, and for the last so I've been working on this project for the last 2.5 years, learning the new technology and building it, because I saw the writing on the wall about 2.5 years ago. Got into virtual reality, got a solid understanding of it, but then got into augmented reality, and then understood that because everybody already has access to it, that this is going to be the next phase as opposed to virtual reality. So Oculus, they're the ones behind the headset, right? And virtual reality, it isn't new, but it still hasn't reached an inflection point. Everybody understands what it is and what it can do, but not everybody is that interested in it, right? And maybe it's because the right people aren't behind it. So I always thought that if Apple came out with something along the lines of a headset, that it would reach a different inflection point, being that Apple is the number one company in the world, and people will buy Apple just to have Apple products. So I kind of saw that as, all right, if this happens, then it's going to reach a different level, and this is pretty much where we've arrived at. Apple's coming out with a new headset that is dedicated to mixed reality, so you can use virtual reality and augmented reality to have all these experiences. But where that comes into play is that by the time that comes around, this app will be well ready for the Vision OS because of the software that I used to build it. So when the Apple headset comes out, this will be one of the apps that'll be first available on it.
Got you. So you're ahead of your curve. You're ahead of your time, as they call it, and you have an opportunity to not only with the magazine, but you also have apparel. So is this something that somebody can have clothing, and then they can have someone download the app, and then they can literally run the app through on the piece of clothing? So I'm wearing a T-shirt that has the lab on it and has a QR code. They download the app, and then whatever technology I wanted to show, it will show whatever that technology is. Is that something similar, or is that something different?
Oh, it's something similar. So we're gonna be doing limited run products. So I don't want to explain too much about it, but we're gonna be doing limited run products where everything is original, and we want to make it so it's not easily duplicatable, and it'll be a rare item as well. So it'll all be done with inside the app, and then like I said, so it'll be available on iOS and Android, and then shortly thereafter on the web, just so everybody has access to it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, the technology is here. We talked about AI today, but then now we're talking about augmented reality, and then now it's this technology is coming whether we like it or not, right? So the thing is, Viccci Protocol, Rob is finding a way to make it work for him, and also offer it as a service to you. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we want you to do. We want you to be mindful, be ready to receive this information, receive this technology. And as we close out this year, because we're about to hit the fourth quarter, look into finding ways of how you can utilize augmented reality. How can you use AI? So instead of you getting upset with what Alexa is doing, how can you make AI work for you? Like today, I was able to make AI work for me and say, hey, I didn't know what to write. So I used Chat GPT, turned around and put it into a voice cloning service, and it outputted some software. I mean, outputted a audio version, and I was able to create some audio for it. Same thing here. Make it work for you. So I think that's the biggest thing. Where can people find more information if they wanted to reach out to you? They wanted to get more information on this. Where do they find you at?
So you can check out our website, Viccci.xyz, VICCCI.xyz, and also email us at info@Viccci.xyz. You can find us on all social media platforms. And yeah, so just keep an eye out for us because we're constantly working, and this project is in beta, but will be released soon. And I hope to see you guys soon. I really appreciate the time. Just what Tall Boy said. You got to learn how to use these things because it's here to stay. And you see how Tall Boy used it. This thing it probably would have taken him more than an hour to do what he did, but he used these things to the best of his advantage. He had like an assistant today. He had a virtual assistant that got that task done. So he made the thing literally work for him.
Right.
So that's
Right.
how tech has to be. Guys. Let it work for you.
Well, this is what I got here. Let's see if I can find it and see if it comes up on the screen. This is what, and you tell me what you think. This is the promo that I ran earlier today.
Hey everyone. Join us tonight at 8 p.m. for an exciting episode of the Lab Tech Show. We will be diving into the world of tech trends and exploring how AI augmented reality is revolutionizing the consumer experience. Don't miss this opportunity to stay updated on the latest advancements in technology and witness firsthand how AI is shaping our reality. See you tonight in the lab.
Like literally, that's what I did. I mean, I was using a service and that's what it outputted. So I would love to know your thoughts on that. What'd you think of it, Rob?
How long did it take you?
It took me less than 5 minutes to do all of that, bro.
Oh man, that is amazing.
I mean, as far as the writing the content, making it go into the audio system, and then I put it into a video editing software, lined some music up that was through Upbeat instead of Epidemic Sounds, and I burned it, and it took all of 2 minutes, if that, to burn a 25-second commercial. That was a 25-second commercial. Yeah.
That could have been a small job.
There was no voice. I didn't ask anybody to read it for me. I literally just went to Chat GPT, told it to write a Facebook post telling people to join the lab tonight at 8 o'clock for an interactive tech show. And I gave, AI, augmented reality, and it outputted what you just heard. That was it. Mm-hmm. And then I put it into the audio voice cloning service. And then after that, I found the voice that I wanted, and that's what it outputted. And from there, I went and put it into a video editing suite because it was an MP3 file. So I now got it to become an MP4 file because you can't upload audio files to Facebook or Instagram. You have to have video files. So I had to do a little extra legwork on that end, but it took me less than 5 minutes to output what I just did right there.
Man, I advise everybody get to learn these things because it's here to stay, and it can benefit you. Look how it benefit Top Boy, man. Like 5 minutes, that thing could have taken an hour, right? Maybe even more.
Now, Shirley, I'm with you. Not quite the tone of your real voice, but close. That was not my voice. I never spoke, not one time. I never spoke. That was the voice that they gave me, and they're supposed to have better voices. I was trying to look for the best voice that suited this show, but I never spoke. I literally said, write a Facebook post inviting people to the lab tonight and then I took ChatGPT's output of what they said, put it into the audio cloning service, and it outputted that. I selected the voice that I wanted, and that's what I got. I'll play it one more time. I can't make this up. Like this was amazing. One more time.
Hey everyone. Join us tonight at 8 p.m. for an exciting episode of the Lab Tech Show. We will be diving into the world of tech trends and exploring how AI augmented reality is revolutionizing the consumer experience. Don't miss this opportunity to stay updated on the latest advancements in technology and witness firsthand how AI is shaping our reality. See you tonight in the lab.
There it is. I mean, that's not my voice. I never said anything. It was just my fingers literally typing into the software, and it literally just copy paste, and that's what it outputted. I never said anything. So this is where technology is. All right, guys, we're about to get up on out of here. As a brief recap, nepotism. Maybe ChatGPT might be nepotism for me. I don't know. But also, don't forget Amazon. They have this technology out where they're saying they're using your conversations with Alexa to train AI. And then also Spotify is saying that they are using AI to clone and translate podcasters' voices to where not only are they using the English voice, but they can take a few seconds of the voice and now translate it into multiple languages, such as English, German, and French. And then lastly, we talked about Viccci Protocol, which is Augmentique's is the actual product. And if they want to find out more information, Rob, where can they go to find out more about Augmentique?
Viccci.xyz. So that's VICCCI.xyz.
There it is. Viccci.xyz. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Lastly, before we get up out of here, Tallboy does have merch. Make sure you guys go over to shop.tallboy.us and get your merch. We have products for the show, the Lab Tech Show. We have products that Tallboy sayings that he would say and things that he would do, balling on a budget. Where's your next stamp? Boarding now. We have, I don't have the bandwidth to deal with this. Stay in your lane. We got the bucket hats, trucker hats. We have the word of the day cups and also word of the day t-shirts. We even have pillows, notepads, mouse pads, wine tumblers, coffee mugs, and mouse pads. So feel free to go over to shop.tallboy.us. If you already have your merch, I definitely say thank you so much for supporting the show. But shop.tallboy.us. Go ahead and pick your merch up, and it even goes up to a 5X. That's right. I'm 7 feet tall, so I had to make sure we went into a 5X. So then there's no excuse for you to say, I don't have anything that fits me, right? I have from small all the way up to a 5X. There's no excuse why you cannot or should not get merch. We even got pillows, y'all. So y'all can use this on your couch. You can put it in the pillow. Like, come on, y'all over here at the Lab Tech Show. Come hang out with me. That's all I'm saying. This t-shirt, I don't have the bandwidth to deal with this right now. So support shop.tallboy.us. Once again, any final words before I get you up out of here? Rob, any final words? Give me 1 second. Let me get you on the screen. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Any final words before you go?
Thanks for your time, everybody. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend and the rest of the week. Stay tuned for Viccci Protocol, Augmentique, and we got a lot of different things coming up the pipeline. Fall edition to the magazine, Augmentique Drip. And yeah, thank you.
Well, guys, I hope you guys got some value out of tonight's show. That was the purpose, is to simplify tech in a language that you understand. You know what's coming down the pipeline, whether you're ready to receive it or not. Please be ready for it, because the fourth quarter is here. And I guarantee you next year, they introduced this technology this year. They're going full speed. And unless the government regulates this, it's here. And if you don't get it, you're going to either A, be out of a job, B, trying to catch up, or C, saying, what the hell is going on? And I'm basically putting it out here right in front of you. So please embrace this technology. or get left behind. It's the Lab Tech Show.
You already know. Tall boy.
I'll see y'all next week, God willing. Come on. 1 second.